So yesterday, they released the special look footage from D23 of Rise of Skywalker, which featured a jaw-dropping Sith Rey. That's right, Darkseid Rey with a double Crimson Blade and lightsaber, and I feel that this is evidence that we can finally figure out who Rey is, where she's come from, and what her future in the Star Wars saga actually is. Hey everybody, I am Robert Storms. Welcome back to the channel. If you find this video enjoyable, informative, and fun, be sure to click that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. So, after the D23 footage, which like everybody was talking about, it was like, oh my god, Darkseid Rey. And for the record, I just want to tell you guys, I don't think that's Rey. It's possible that it could be a vision, but I think I have a theory here that is going to explain everything about Rey. After Force Awakens, a lot of the complaints were, why is she so strong? She had no training. Why is she so strong? And we didn't get any answers in The Last Jedi. And I'm here to tell you, I think the answers have been in front of our face the entire time. I think that Rey is actually a clone. Who is she a clone of? I think she's either a clone of Luke Skywalker or a mixture of Luke and Anakin. I think she's a clone of both. In The Force Awakens, J.J. Abrams shot footage of Luke's severed hand floating in space, and then at the last minute decided not to start the movie with that footage, and they decided to cut that out altogether. So I have reason to believe that Luke's severed hand was going to play a major role in the plot of this new trilogy, and we all know J.J. Abrams didn't direct nor write The Last Jedi, so they kind of went away from that storyline a little bit, but I think there's still enough little nuggets in here to prove that Rey is in fact a clone. First of all, Rey is powerful. She is really powerful. She can fight, she can wield a lightsaber, she can use force abilities as well as mind tricks. How can someone like this with no prior training automatically be so strong? Well, if you're a clone of the great Luke Skywalker, you're going to have strong ties to the Force. That's just inevitable. Now, evidence number one to why I feel like Rey might be a clone is because when Rey touches Luke's lightsaber in Maz Kanata's castle, she gets these Force visions. A lot of these Force visions are flashbacks to a time where Rey has no memory of. Are they Force visions or are they actually memories? I, for one, believe that these are in fact memories from Luke Skywalker from his battle with Vader on Bespin. I do think that's what this is, and I think it explains a lot what's going on. Not only that, but after that flashback scene, Maz Kanata confronts Rey and tells Rey that the belonging that she seeks is not behind her, it's in front of her, telling her that her parentage doesn't matter. We're all speculating on who her parents are, and at the end of the day, her parents do not matter, because in The Last Jedi, when she goes into the cave on the bottom of Ahch-To, she confronts her greatest fear. She asks who her parents are, and we just see tons of Reys, and I feel like this is foreshadowing that Rey is a clone. Why she's so strong in the Force, why she can do certain things, why she has these visions, why that lightsaber calls to her.
That lightsaber was Luke's and his father's before him, and now it calls to you.
Let's talk about Darkseid Rey, because we now know that Emperor Palpatine is going to play a pretty big role in Rise of Skywalker, and now piecing the clone idea into the new trailer, we can start to piece together how this all makes sense, because Palpatine had a lot of contingency plans when he passed away. Project Cinder was one of those things. Project Cinder was played heavily in the comic books, the novels, as well as Battlefront 2. This was one of the contingency plans that Palpatine had, as well as having a Sith temple underneath Jakku. Palpatine was looking in a lot of ways to cheat death, so it is not far-fetched to also think that maybe he might have a clone of Luke Skywalker or possibly Anakin Skywalker. And I know what you guys might be thinking, oh, if she's a clone, that's a huge cop-out. Not really, because clones have played a huge role in Star Wars. We had the entire Clone Wars. Not only that, but Kylo Ren specifically mentioned a clone army at the beginning of Force Awakens. So clones have always played a huge role in the Star Wars universe, especially back in the Legends material. For all we know, Snoke could have possibly been a bad clone of Emperor Palpatine that was all just kind of deteriorating and dying. So I personally think that the Rey clone actually has a lot of merit. I think that the Sith vision of Rey at the end of the D23 special footage is actually a clone of Rey, and Rey's gonna find out she's a clone. She's gonna have to face her darker self, and when everything's said and done, I think Rey's going to accept that she's a clone, because one of the biggest stories behind Last Jedi was it doesn't matter where you come from, it matters who you are, and that anybody could be a Jedi. That was one of the major themes of Last Jedi, and I think Rey is going to accept that she's a clone, and I think Rey is going to take on that Skywalker name because she in fact has Skywalker blood. So the Skywalkers don't end. Rey is going to be the beginning, the rise of Skywalker, and I think this theory holds a lot of merit, but I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below, and until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.